Because we want to build up a system of challenge. We must challenge the schools to have a competitive spirit amongst them, to challenge each other actually. And the process of selection itself is built to capture their innovative spirit by making them build an app to find solutions to many of the problems which India is facing.
What has been the response so far?
Pretty overwhelming. We want to set up 500 tinkering labs. We've crossed over 6,000 applications so far. By the time we end, we'll have close to about 15,000 plus applications. So it's chances of the best school winning means very, very tough competition. We are not here to bring in caste, class or social equity. That's not our job. There are other ministries who are supposed to do these tasks. Our job is to find the best innovative schools and the best innovative students of India. And therefore we are challenging them. And this challenge will bring out the innovative spirit of India. And the best innovative schools of India will win the battle. We are starting with the process of disrupting the present education system. And I hope these tinkering labs will disrupt India's system of studying only through books in a very radical manner. And this will be the initiation of major change in our education system. Our target is that starting from today, every school of India must have a tinkering lab. They must get used to 3D technology, they must get used to robots, they must get used to smart manufacturing, because that's the way the world is changing. We must embrace new technology, and we expect our young students to get used to this new technology at a very, very young age, and to be able to confront the new world of manufacturing for tomorrow and the new digital world. We expect a vast number of good Indian business houses to assist and support us in mentoring the schools, and that to my mind is very, very important factor, how well we are able to mentor these tinkering labs. So we've got a pretty good response through CII, FICCI, ASSOCHAM to mentor schools which are going to take up tinkering labs. Well, our process of selection will be extremely rigorous. Unless you are a really top-class college with top-class facilities, it will be very difficult for you to win the incubation aid. And we are looking at creating about 100 incubation centers in India. India has only about 140 odd incubators. So creating 100 incubators will not move forward till we don't get the best. Our objective is to make a success out of them, and therefore a lot of due diligence will have to be done by the applicants. We'll have an external selection committee which will select professionally the best. We need to bring the expertise of IBM, Cisco, Intel all into this process. So we bring that expertise in to get the right people to do the selection process. Well, we've looked at the ecosystem across the world. We've looked at the ecosystem in Israel, in Finland, in Sweden, in Silicon Valley. And I think all of them have some good points. We've tried to capture the best out of them to create this. While doing the Startup Action Plan, which was announced by the Prime Minister, we captured much of that spirit. And you've seen the startup movement grow and expand in India. We've tried to look at the innovative spirit of many other countries to build up this entire ecosystem for tinkering labs, innovation center, and when we come up with grand challenges in the days to come. But a lot of these ideas came from a report which was prepared by Tarun Khanna, who's at the Harvard University. You can't be a great entrepreneur till you don't fail. You can't be a great startup till you don't fail. Every single startup across the world, whether it was Elon Musk, whether it was Bill Gates, and whether it was Steve Jobs, they've all failed before they succeeded. So failure is inbuilt into this system. We don't mind if 90% fail, 5% may only succeed, but that we envisage that failure is very, very inherent to innovation. Failure is inherent to the startup system, and any CAG who doesn't understand things is not doing his job.
I did a scheme called Urban Basic Service Scheme, where I gave auto rickshaws to women. That was in 90s. You know,
Wow.
it was not heard of, and Bidar was such, I mean, Raichur was such a backward district. So when women were driving autos, like everybody was so fascinated. Here's the DC is making the ladies to drive the autos.
Apart from the government initiative, we also need to applaud significant contributions made by various NGOs towards education equality. Bengaluru-based Tejas Foundation is one of them.